Happy New Year!
Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of MEET-THE-EZIOHAS, a family endeavor where we openly talk about God, our family experiences, and our life experiences too. Thank you for joining us today. So I'm Amanda Ezioha.
I'm David Ezioha, and she said, as she has said, welcome back to another video. Thank you for coming on. And today we are going to talk about a very crucial topic that concerns both of us, and it is our journey as teenagers and how it feels like, or what it means to be a teenager in a Gen Z world. So let's get into it. My journey as a teenager started as on the 28th of April 2022. Yeah, because it's 2025 now, and I'm turning 16 this year. Yeah, that's 2022, 23, 2023, 2022, 21, yeah, around that area. On my 13th birthday, it was a very nice celebration. I had a family dinner with my family, and they made it clear that I was entering a very crucial state of my life, and it was a very important circle and age I was entering into. And from that day, it was more responsibility, more workload, more task. And I think what some very key parts of my journey will have to be first of all pressure, because like from day one, like there was a lot of pressure as to learning, as to you have to, because you don't have any more time, you're going to be out of the house very soon. You have to grasp all you can grasp before you start going. And from day one, they made sure that I understood this. And I think it's a very good thing, and most parents should try that. You should not wait for when they turn 13 and wait for 6 months again. From day one, you should tell them that, see you, this and this, very soon you're going to leave, so you have to learn as much as you can learn now before you get on the road and into the world. Another very, very, very key part of the journey of teenagehood was me finding out who I am, what I am, and what I'm becoming. Because if you don't find yourself in your teenage years, I don't think you ever have the chance to find yourself again. Because your teenage years is either you find yourself, know yourself, or you find somebody else and try to become the person. And I feel like if you can get your children or your teenagers, or you yourself as a teenager, you could get yourself to know yourself, or have people help you know who you are. If you could get into activities that can show you what you are and what you are meant to become, and why God put you on this planet, I think it's very crucial in these teenage years. And I think that is one of the continuous things throughout teenage years, knowing who you are. I think another crucial thing about these teenage years is balancing between school, work, social life, and all that stuff. Because in these teenage years, yeah, you're going to go into the university very soon. You're going to go to college very soon, and if you go into college without having a very strong social life, very school life, very strong any of this, like if any of your lives are not strong at that point, I think you're going to be you're going to succumb under pressure. You're going to break under pressure. You're not going to find it easy. You're not going to cope as much as if you had understood your social life, your school life in your teenage years. And I think a very, 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 very key thing to remember throughout your teenage years is that it's not like Hollywood. Those things they show in Hollywood are just movies. You don't have to be that teenager that doesn't fit in. Like there's no such thing as that. I never had that struggle to fit in or something like that, because we are a key and every key must fit in. It's just that you should not fit into the wrong things. A key cannot go into the wrong door hole. He puts a key into the door hole, you know whether it's the door hole, whether it moves. If it doesn't click, then it is not the key. You change the key, you go to another door. So that's how we should be. We should not try to fit in into a society or a group that we don't click in. Yeah, I think that's basically summarizing my journey as a teenager. And what I
Well, my journey as a teenager has been really cool. I started last year. So it's been a great journey for me, understanding my personality and what the things that I do that make me happy the things that I do that make me fit into environments. And yes, we also need to learn that it's not whatever people tell you. Yes, people can say things about you, but then don't allow their opinions define you. Don't make it to be like they are the ones that define you through what they say.
Yeah.
You should know where you stand. Don't allow others to just bring you down just
Yeah.
because of things that they say to you.
Because a lot of teenagers, yeah, they try to fit in so bad that people's opinions get to their head. Like they want to be conformed into that image that people have of them. If people think you're something and you are not that thing, then you don't have to act like you are that. You don't have to be what they want you to be. You have to find out who you are, and you have to be who you are. Yeah.
And yes, as you said, you experience changes in your body. You start puberty, you start becoming more mature. So you shouldn't also allow those body changes also define you or make you feel less of yourself, because you are who you are. Nothing is going to change you unless you allow it to. So you should always know who you are and what makes you you.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Another thing that teenagehood is full of is lessons. Although it's a journey, yeah, and in every journey there's a lesson to learn. Even in games, there's always a point of the game, and I think the purpose of teenagehood is to learn, because this is your pinnacle of learning. If you ask me, it's that point in your life where it's do or die. You either learn now or you're behind. Like, teenagers are the years that everybody's trying to learn, and you have to learn skills. Because I've learned multiple skills in my teenagehood. I've learned cooking. I've learned um countless of skills.
It
If I
goes
keep on,
on and on and
the
on.
list goes on and on and on. And another thing that you need to learn is responsibility, because responsibility is very important in a teenager's life, because they are soon going to leave. You're not going to be with mommy anymore. Um, you're not going to be at her crib anymore. She's not going to be feeding you no more. You are on your own. So if you're not responsible, when you get to live on your own, you go here and
Find it
you
difficult.
very find it very, very, very difficult. And I think it's something that every teenager should learn. Another thing I think teenagers should be able to learn is good working habits, because every person that has poor working habits is not going to work properly. You know, people think that, I myself used to think that it doesn't matter how you work as long as you get the work done eventually. But I'm coming to realize that it's not so. It's not meant to be that way. It's not meant to be anyhow work. It's meant to be proper working habits, proper work ethics, and proper work will be done. Another thing that I think is very, 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 very a very key lesson that I've learned in my teenage years, how much domination procrastination brings. Because teenagers don't understand that there's no longer any more time. I'm going to turn 16 this year, and like, I'm realizing now that I don't have time again. In a few years I'll be off. In a few years I'll be in university. In a few years I'll be done with university. In a few years I'm getting a job. And like, if I keep on procrastinating these skills I'm meant to learn, I'm going to learn them later in life. I'm going to learn them next week. There is no more time. Grab as much as you can grab today. So yeah, that's another very key lesson. Another key lesson I think that most teenagers struggle with is peer pressure. Peer pressure is it's very peer pressure can come in any way. It can come as somebody just a group of people just doing something. That's peer pressure, because you either join the trend, you're against the trend. I'm not saying that you should always be that person that is always doing OP off points. You can follow the trend when it's aligned to your moral values. And I think teenagers also need to learn how to pick their moral values, what they believe in, why they believe in it, and they should have a strong reason. Like, my daddy told me, it's not enough. It is not. You should believe it because of this. You believe it's right because of this. I believe that saying the truth is right because saying the truth is something that comes from the heart. Because it should be a strong reason. It should not be just any flimsy reason. I think another thing that teenagers should be able to learn is how to deal with the changes that are going to go down in their body. You're going to have to grow mustache like me, I'm going to lose something. You're going to grow pimples. Your body's going to undergo a lot of changes. It's okay that your body is undergoing changes. It's not abnormal. It is perfectly normal. You should not hate yourself because your body is undergoing changes. You should not hate yourself because you must even be changes. If your body is anyhow, if you're short, if you're not tall, you should be happy with yourself because you are you in the end. You should strive to be the best version of yourself, not bring down the version of yourself that already is. You should look forward to a better image, not past the image that you already are. If you look in the mirror, you should not be insulting the self that you see. You should be admiring the self that you will be. Yeah. So I think I think those are like important lessons that I've learned during my 2-3 years as a teenager. Any other lessons you have for us?
Taking responsibility, more like the exact same thing you said. Let's jump into the next topic.
Yeah. And the next section is going to be, drum please. It's going to be the things that we think that our parents don't understand or people don't understand about Gen Zs, and the wishes that we had that we could be able to live if we're allowed to change our life right now. What will be the things that we will ask and we will wish our parents would understand or be able to give us? Yeah, let's get into it. And for that, I have a very special guest. Another drum roll, please. Mr. Daniel EZIOHAS.